The saddest thing about life is most people don't wake up until they have a near-death experience. Until it's nearly over, they won't wake up. They don't realise why they're here. Just do not let that be you. Why wait? If you had a near-death experience today, your life would change. You would stop taking things for granted. You would stop caring what people think. You would go after your dreams. So why are you waiting? There is no difference. Why are you waiting? Every desire you have is put in your mind for a reason. Do you think we're here just to suffer? Do you really think we're here just to not fulfill our desires? We are put on this earth to see what we're capable of. Until you discover yourself, you're not going to realize what you're capable of. What if you get to the end of your life and you realize you had a treasure of gold within you that you just didn't unlock? That's what will happen. If you don't unlock it now, that is what will happen. People will settle for a realistic life. I'm telling you now, you don't have to be realistic. Realistic isn't even a thing. Do you know, being here right now, you actually being alive right now is not realistic. The chances of you actually being here and being born is a miracle. So why are you walking around like you're not a miracle? You are genuinely a walking miracle, and you need to be the most important person in your life. Nobody in your life is more important than you, because you create your reality. You are the one creating your world, so why not create it into something big, into something what you want? These limited beliefs you have about yourself, they've not even come from you. If you think you're not good enough, if you think you're shy, if you think you're all these things, I promise you, you have learnt them. You were not born that way. It would be a tragedy for you to die that way. You need to realize your potential. I don't even know you, and I'm telling you right now, you have so much potential. You are the most powerful person in your world. It actually is baffling that you put people above yourself. You put other people on pedestals. That is absolutely baffling. People's opinions you care about, they're not going to create your life. They're not creating your life, and they're not going to be there on your deathbed either. It's going to be you with you, and it's you who creates your life. So you need to prioritize yourself. And you see people saying this and like, you shouldn't have a big ego. You should have a big ego. This is why bad things happen to nice people. Why do you think the nicest people in the world just get treated the worst, get the worst outcomes? It's because their self-concept is so low. They don't have confidence in yourself. If you don't have confidence in yourself, if you don't have an ego, you're going to lose. You are in every right to have an ego. I don't care who you are. If you are alive right now, you should be the most important person in your world, because you are. The thing is, if you don't realize this now, you will at some point. When you're nearly dying, you will realize that the only person that ever mattered was you, because it's you who is carrying yourself. It is you who is creating your reality. It's you with you. It's you versus you. It's not you versus anybody else. Nobody else is above you, because this is your life. Like, this is your miracle. You are a miracle. So act like it. And I used to put everybody on a pedestal. I used to walk around like I was the worst thing on earth. Guess what? So long as I did that, my life was horrible, because at night I had to go to bed with me, the person I hated. When I lost everything and everyone, it was just me with me. And I hated me at this time. It wasn't until this went so far and my doctor literally looked at me in the eye and said the only way next is death. That was the only path I was on. I really took a step back and I realized, what am I doing? What am I doing? I'm caring about people who aren't even here. I realised I am the creator of my life. Everything that I ever wanted to do, I do it. Nobody else does it for me. Nobody else is coming to save you either. It really is you with you. I genuinely believe our purpose here is to find out what we're capable of. If you walk around like you're not capable, you don't even know yourself. You do not know yourself. We are God's highest form of creation. I need you to understand this. Like, even if you don't believe in God, universe, whatever it is, we were given higher faculties. We were given the tools to make this life what we want it to. We were given an imagination. We were given a perception. So right now, as you're watching this, you have the tools within you to create the life you want. I promise you right now, there's no way you have to go for it. The tools are within you. The thing about this is you probably don't spend enough time with you. You're probably too scared to spend time with you. You know, a lot of people would rather die than spend time with themselves, and that is the biggest tragedy, because it's you who's creating your reality. So if you don't even know what's going on with you, how are you meant to do this? And you right now, you need to spend time with you. You need to realize what program is going on. Why do you behave the way you do? Why do you have no self-esteem? Why do you act like you're nobody? Like, where are these things coming from? You'll realize you didn't even choose to think that. You let somebody else or somebody else's program make you think that about yourself. The thing about this is, when you get to know you, you can then decide how you want to be. You can decide what beliefs you want to have. And on my heart, anything you want in this world is possible. I don't even know you, and I can tell you that anybody came to me and said, I believe I could be this. Say if my friend came to me and said, I believe I'm going to be the greatest footballer of all time. She'd never touched a football up until that point. I know she would do it, because she believes. You know, this life is just what you believe. And you've got to understand, the world sees you how you see yourself. The world sees you how you see yourself. So if you see yourself as a nobody, as somebody who doesn't deserve things, the world will see you like that, and the world will make that your reality. Why don't you just change it? Why don't you just try it? Why don't you just try turning up different? Why don't you just act like you're a miracle, like the miracle you are? Why don't you just start prioritizing yourself? Put yourself on the pedestal you put others on, not anybody else. Nobody should be better than you in your life. When I woke up to all this information, it was in the darkest time of my life. Things could not have actually got worse. I woke up crying because I didn't want to see another day, and it took me to get that bad that I actually had no choice but to realize this information. And my life has changed more than I could ever tell you, but that's only because I changed. That's only because I decided I refuse to live like this. I refuse to live on somebody else's program. I refuse to abuse myself anymore. I refuse to do these things. I refused to accept life how it is. You need to refuse to accept your life how it is if you're not happy with it. You need to refuse to put anybody else on a pedestal. You need to refuse to look at yourself like you're nobody, because that is insane. You are the most powerful person in your world. You who's going to create everything. It's you who's going to give you this dream life. It's you who's going to get you everywhere. It's you with you. That's the only thing that matters. I just think, why wait? Why wait until a near-death experience to realise this? Why wait until things get so bad to realise this when this information is here now? This is how life is. If you realise your potential and you start acting like the miracle you are, your world has no choice but to treat you that way. Your world has no choice. You are creating your reality. Just like how you've been thinking you're not good enough and you've been acting this way and the world has shown you why you're not good enough, the same works the other way. Always remember the law of polarity. The law of polarity is a universal law. It states that everything has opposites: hot, cold, up, down. What is the opposite of failure? Success. What is the opposite of sadness? Happiness. You cannot feel happy and successful until you've felt sad and failed. This is your time to wake up. You need to refuse to accept life how it is, because you create your life. You need to refuse to disrespect yourself ever again. Like it if anybody else disrespects you, but you're happy disrespecting yourself. You'll casually speak to yourself badly without realizing it's in the most important conversations in this world are the ones you're having with yourself, because they are creating your world. Your outside world is just reflecting the internal. Change the internal and your outside world will change. That is a law. Guys, I just went on the most beautiful walk by myself with my own thoughts, and I was just thinking, why did it have to get so bad for me to realize this? Why did I actually have to hit that point to realize this? And I refuse to let other people do that, and I refuse to see people not realizing the potential. I refuse to watch people walking around like they've got no potential when you are a miracle. Like, people are miracles. This is all a miracle. You weren't put here to struggle. You were given the tools. You just simply needed waking up, and I really hope I've done that for you. And you really are a miracle. So I really hope this reminded you of that and made you realize what you really are.